Yes, 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 yes. You must get rid of the vestige. There's the old idea there's a deity or whose will it is that you should be poor or whose purpose is served by keeping you in poverty. What's going on, man? The intelligent substance which is all and in all and which lives in all, lives in you, is a consciously living substance. It's talking about, like this picture, flow member, riding the bear, baby. So, riding the bear. Blow that up for. That's funny, man. What's funny is that looks like my uncle. So, we have us a damn convoy, man. This is usually when I play Smokey and the Bandit, but since I got put on the temporary ban list from going live, I guess all the rules. Now, I didn't have any interest in trying to short the Dow or the SPY. I mean, these things had really run. Tying up any money in a short position when we got growth traits working just didn't seem smart. But we got the Dow Jones rolling over, man. I thought I took down all this stuff. Let me see. Let's go to this. I did not. Hold on. Let's strip this down for a minute. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. All right. So this is Dow Jones, industrial stocks, dividend stocks. This is basically the indicator for all things dividends, right? We see it straight down. Now, during this time that we saw for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 1 week, Monday through Friday, we've seen the Dow Jones sell off, right? We see it gone straight down, man. You know what? Let's take the sizing down here. Take it in some, man. Make it a little cleaner over here. So we see this big move down in the Dow. Right now we've broken support, which tells me we could go to the next level, which would be 3250. I mean, that's it, man. Another 1,000 points down. That would be okay with me. I'm gonna be honest, and maybe bring it down. Let these growth stocks run. What do you guys think? So that's the Dow. Let's check the S&P. Look, it's barely got it. We're sitting right there at support. So on the S&P 500, the wind, you know, I call this the wind, right? Why? Because if you were in a sailboat, man, you need the wind to move you, right? So if this isn't going up, it's going to be very hard for most stocks inside of the, you know, the Dow Jones to go, or not Dow Jones, but inside the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in America. It's going to be hard for them to go up if this is going down. Because this is the composite average of 500 companies. And if most of them are going down, then people get bearish. It goes below this green line. So we're holding support, but we're below the green line, right? Things are turning down. The momentum's to the downside. This right here, the MACD, moving average convergence divergence, the indicator, is just all I'm using this for is the slope, man. What's the slope? Slope's to the downside. Look, slope is to the downside. So Dow's headed down. Now let's check in on the stocks that we all like. Check in on the Qs. Look at that beautiful rotation that has happened. Now this rotation had already started, but this is what gave it the wind, man. This is what pushed it along. Those Dow stocks selling off as money comes out of there, profits come out of there as people downsize it. Look, money ain't sleeping. It needs to go somewhere. Think these guys are just going to sit on cash? It's always my argument to everything. It's like, what are you going to do? Just sit on cash? You can sit on some, but at some point you got to get it to work or your investment's literally going down. And so this is why markets tend to drift higher, but people will move in and out as they downsize, right? Based on what? All this new data they're getting, receiving, thinking they can interpret. Can't interpret it, man. So here's what we know. This is in an uptrend, right? And so if you look at the NASDAQ, which is why the money flow, you can see it, man, clear as day. This is NASDAQ, right? It just flows. Look at this. We could take it back. But I brought it in so we could see it a little cleaner on the screen, man. And we can begin to see these tops and bottoms. You don't know that's the top till afterwards, right? But we can see what the pattern looks like each time. Like this one right here, this right now, this is the top for all we know, right? We have no reason to believe it's going down. Everything's pointing up. I don't even have the other moving averages on here. Just the 20 price is drifting higher above it. And look, this is where we first ran into resistance, but now we're above it. Like it's trying to push above that, and there's still room on the RSI. So that just tells me we're going higher. We just assume we are. Why would it change? You know, other than that, we're just looking for reasons, right? So until this hits 70, not really that worried. We took some off here, and now we're moving higher. So when you say you took some off here, and now we're moving higher, meaning, look at these other stocks. So while the NASDAQ's hitting this, where's Zoom? This is super important for you to get for your trading. Okay? This is the wind. This is the wind of a stock like Zoom. Look, it's tagging its RSI. And if you noticed, what about, let's look at Shop. Damn, dude, it did it yesterday. It did it yesterday. And this is what people miss. So as the market rotates, they're not all going to hit at the same time, but as the wind begins to turn and the energy push, the momentum is behind you now. That's what that means, man. And so if you're trading an oil stock and oil's going down, guess what? The wind is in your face. It's pushing you down. It's working against you. It's not at your back, man. So you're a sailboat and it's coming at you. So you could turn around and go the other way fast, right? Or you can just fucking eat wind. I mean, that's it. So we took profits in Shop. Now look, what do we talk about in the money flow? Price has memory. Price goes to where it was and stops. You know, does it stay there? I don't know. But that's where it tends to stop. It's where it tended to stop last time. That's where it's going to give me an opportunity, downsize to trade, take some money home, man. Where do you think I might want to put some of this shit? I might want to start trimming, maybe put it into some catch-ups, but I might want to start looking at, hey, are there some trades coming up in these industrial stocks? So if we go back and look at the Dow, guess where our money is going to be next month? At some point, these stocks are going to stop going down and they're going to turn. And they're going to set up as what? Swing trades. Well, where are we getting the money to buy these? Come on, man. Right? So as we watch this, the intelligent substance, which is all and in all, and which lives in all, lives in you, a conscious living substance. Being consciously a living substance, it must have the nature and inherent desire of every living intelligence for increasing of life. Every living thing must continually seek for the enlargement of its life, because life in the mere act of living must increase. Seed dropped into the ground springs into activity, and in the act of living produces 100 more seeds. Life by living multiplies itself. It is forever becoming more. It must do so if it continues to be at all. In other words, natural state of the universe is to grow. People are like, why does the market go up? It's supposed to go up, man. Same reason fucking trees grow up. There's more of them. More people born, more money, less stocks, inflation. It just goes higher, man. Stocks want to drift higher until they stop. And when they stop drifting higher, guess what happens? They put in a top. They start to go sideways. Boom, they roll over. And they're going to roll down. So what do we see, right? Everybody's looking at the stocks doing good, but what's not doing good? And that's what you're seeing happening in the Dow, man. It just went off. It broke support too. This stage 4 decline, man. And it's just now hitting extreme. But guess what? It's got to hold that. So if you look, all the momentum's to the downside. Stochastic straight down, straight down. There's no fucking bottom here. Momentum straight down. This is going down. So all the wind of any, let's randomly grab one. I'm going to say Dow. Where's Dow? On this, hold on, I got to change the sizing. I'm working on a new book and I changed all the. Look where it's stopping. Holy shit, where it was before. Look at this. Right? General area. It's not rocket science. Next one will come down. And look, it respected this level from this previous high. See the previous high? There's your pivot point. Up here, where's our pivot point? The actual pivot point is there. Where's the last one? Here, right? What are these? Highs and lows. Draw them in backwards. Shit, you can get it perfect in the past, right? Why are these important? So in my mind, I'm seeing these. I'm looking, right? God damn it. Hold on. These are pivot points, right? So you want to see these because you're seeing market structure. And it's from point to point inside of that movement, right? But I'm looking for this, man. And the short game is tight. You got to be in and out. You have to use hard stops if you play to the short side. That's the problem with being short. I get short. The reason I stopped talking about it, one day I did a short on the SPY. And then I never mentioned covering it because the market turned into a stage 1. It was no longer a stage 4 decline. In other words, if you believe in the money flow, one of the tenets of the money flow is that 70% of the time, stocks go up, right? This is part of what I believe. The stock market goes up 70% of the time. Now, about 20% of that, other people might say, oh, well, that's just going sideways. I know, but it's sideways above the 20. It's the general, it's not going down, so it's going up, right? And if I believe that, then me going short has to be quick. I got to get in, boom, get money and get out because it goes against the nature of my belief that markets want to expand. They want to grow. There's more people, less companies, inflation. It's just going higher, man. Especially if you're picking quality stocks. Now, you can't be picking some bullshit. That might go down. That is the risk. The risk is that some stocks fuck it up. They don't go up. That's the risk, man. But they don't all do that. So if we spread our money around, if we get good, if we research and read and find real businesses, especially if we can find them after a stage 4 decline, and when they appear to stop going down, start nibbling. So if we look at Zoom, let's look at, I was just talking about Zoom. What's up with Zoom? I will leave this up. Leave it up big. As we look at Zoom, looks like we're putting in a top here, man. Blew through this one. Next one's here. What's the RSI? 70, man. 70, right? There's our stage 1 buy. Breakout. Now, I get asked this a lot. When that pulled back right there, you can still nibble. This is the buy. This thing is still in the same zone all the way up to about here. I'm not buying here. That's too far past the buy point here. It's too far, man. You got to be more precise. You got to hold yourself better than that. So as this drifts higher, what's happening right now? Shit. Look. We're in the extreme zone, baby. Yeah, I've been buying a lot of Uber. Let's see. Do you think that one's good? So we're looking at downsize. Zoom. I'll take that down a little bit. Why? You low money, man. You got to take the money, roll it. So what's going on with this one? BLDR. This won't get going. This won't get going. Yeah, DraftKings. I haven't looked. Let me look at DraftKings. This is a core position. Let's look at. Yeah, man. You know, you can. It hasn't sold off real bad yet, though, right? Like, man, we got everything. Got the trigger, got the crossover prices below the 20, our size pointing down. I mean, everything is negative, man. Everything is negative. Everything is negative except price is hanging in there. I mean, look, it's right at the stage 2 breakout, man. I mean, just if we're just looking at price, it's just holding it, dude. So I haven't downsized it. Oh, I don't know, man. I think this is one you build. I don't think this is one you bail on. You know, if my conviction level's low, if they start breaking down like that, you know, I'll take some shares down to put it to work somewhere else. You can always put it back on. If it breaks, this is where it's coming to. Down in this 40, and that's $5 lower. That, if it comes here, that could take a week and then a week going sideways. Look at this: 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7, 8 day, 9, 10. This is 2 weeks of trading, 2 weeks, and then you get the big move up. So when you're thinking about these things, as you're looking at it and you're like, all right, this could go higher, it could go lower. That's it, right? We know our price target's way up here. We have a $72 true value target, I believe, but it's rolling over. I mean, the technicals are all negative. All we got to do is wait and see, did this pivot point hold? So if you clean that up, I mean, that's a pivot point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the stock, though. You know, another one, this TDOC, these guys lose money, man. They lose money. Watch. Let me back this up. Oh, man, get control of yourself. In my new book that I'm working on. Hold on. Lost goddamn control. Right here. This is the 200-day, man. And what you'll see, the phenomena that'll happen when you'll see on my charts, this is a gold line, right? What you'll see is price will hit it, and then once it goes above it, it tends to just bounce off of it, and climb higher and higher, and it starts to turn and go with it, and price goes into this long, glorious uptrend, right? Same to the downside, man. And this is why these institutions and these big money traders, they'll want this line, and they'll consider, as long as price is above this golden line here, it's considered bullish. It's in an uptrend. And if it goes below it, they'd say, okay, hey, now this is in a downtrend. And you'll see this on CNBC. The market gets smashed, goes under the 200. They start freaking out. Well, for me, if I can catch something either near that or on that, yeah, I'm very interested too, because I know if it breaks, I know what to look for, right? You say, what do you mean? If it breaks, This is what I'm looking for, man. Stage one. So if I can find a valuable asset like gold, oil, fucking REITs, index funds, just valuable shit, and it sells off, and then it goes sideways. Now I'm interested, especially if it's below this golden line. Now, this works a lot better with dividend stocks, but look over here. You'll see it. It just gets hung up in this. It's like a magnet. And when it breaks it, it'll go way down. And so, we got smashed, did it? Yeah. Not that bad. Intelligence is under the same necessity for continuous increase. Every thought we think makes it necessary for us to think another thought. Consciousness is continually expanding. Every fact we learn leads us to learning another fact. Knowledge is continually increasing. Every talent we cultivate brings to mind the desire to cultivate another talent. We are subject to the urge of life, seeking expression, whichever drives us on to know more, to do more, and to be more. In order to know more, do more, and be more, we must have more. We must have things to use, for to learn and to do and to become only by the use of things. We must get rich so that we can live life more. The desire for riches is simply the capacity for a larger life-seeking fulfillment. Every desire is the effort of an unexpressed possibility to come into action. Man, I love that. That's chapter 5 of The Science of Getting Rich. All right, so what's going on with Zoom? Zillow, man. You guys got me distracted. Look at this. So Zillow's breaking out. I sent an email yesterday about this, so I feel good right there, man. Yeah, that's chapter 5 of The Science of Getting Rich. If you go to my 17 steps, I'm trying to work through it. I wasn't really happy with a couple of the videos. I'm going to change them out, but I'm trying to walk through this, get you to print it off and read it. I really help your trading. It's just mindset shit. That's all. So Zillow's below the line. Where's ARK today? We making any money? ARK's up, moving up. So look, first line of problems for ARK is going to be this 127, right? So if we're swing trading, maybe we start taking this down to pick up some of these growth stocks, man. I don't know. What do you think? Depends on how far they come down, right? Look at Freeport McMoran. Shit. It's getting smashed. So we got some setting up. We got some hitting targets. Should be happy. Should be doing well, man. These markets are fucking... This rotation was obvious as shit on the 14th. I think I sent a text message to the Money Flow gang and said, hey, we're rotating. Money is coming out. Now, what made me confident to think about that? Where's this other chart? Look at bonds expressed by the TMF. If bonds are going up, look, see this yellow line? Remember, we just talked about it. That's the 200-day. When an asset falls under this line, it did way back here. It got freaking smashed. Smashed. So my target is around $30, where we've been saying. Previous high, right? This is a massive straight down move. No stage one, straight down, man. I don't know. Maybe this got you right here, but anyway, we've been playing this one. Buying, target, $30. If this keeps going, this is the wind. This is the wind. Listen, you got to get this. This is the 20-year treasury bond. This is the wind to the growth stocks, to the penny stocks. If that's going up, These have free permission to just go. The wind is just blowing on these tech stocks, these growth. They're just going to go higher and higher. If that turns, I don't give a shit what company you own, how well you like it. The wind is now in your face and it is probably going down. That's how it works, man. Same with gold stock. Shit, if you own a gold stock and gold is not going up, the chances of that stock going up are very slim. So look at gold. Uh-oh. Below the yellow line. When did we get interested in gold last time? Nobody's talking about it. Over here. Where were we selling gold? Up in here. Work with me. Come on, stay with me, man. This is called rotation. You want to be a buyer of gold when it's beat up, destroyed stage ones, and you want to sell into extreme highs, man, after big moves up. So where are we unloading our gold? Now what? I want to keep some gold exposure. I just don't want to have as much on the way down. I mean, right? Why we want to hold so much going down? It doesn't pay dividends. It's not a company. It can't produce revenue. Like, it's just gold. And you'll see it. It goes below this, boom, down. We don't even need to get excited till it's trying to get on the other side of this green line, man. And right now, it's just straight down. So our first sign to look for a bottom is what? Our side goes extreme. So now every day I got to be drawing these pivot points. If I'm following gold, better get a notebook, man. Why wouldn't you follow it? I don't understand. Look where it stopped, right where it was before. It's almost like we've done this before. Look at that. Remember I say it's a zone. It's not like, oh, it's right there at 54.6732. And if it rolls over, like, no, it's not like that, man. It's goddamn hand grenades, like general area. Right? It's hand grenades. Sometimes I get people make this too complicated and they're like, hey, what percentage should he? I'm like, like 1%, maybe 2. Maybe you feel really good about this penny stock, so you go a little heavier, but about 1%. And then they start calculating it down to the penny, man. And it's like, no, man, it's not the goddamn, we're throwing hand grenades here. General area, look, it stopped there before. Look, it stopped there before. So science, we can just back up and look and go, okay, this is a valuable area. So on the way down, where's it going to stop? Shit, right where it was before. It stopped there a bunch of times. The R side just happens to be below 30. So now we got a pivot point. So if I was drawing this by hand, glorious, beautiful thing that's gold. Well, shit, I'm not buying gold. It's expensive. I'm buying the 2 times leverage gold, man. UGL. Yeah, we're going to put a little leverage on it. You say, well, that's dangerous. I know. Don't buy so much it makes you can't sleep, man. This ain't a stock, baby. This is an ETN. Electronically traded note is not an electronically traded fund. It's not a mutual fund. It's not even fucking real. It's a derivative of gold. They do some shit with some options and some borrowing, and they charge you a fee. And you get to buy $2 in gold for every $1. Think on that. You just leveraged yourself. So if you bought $1,000 of this, you get $2,000. And you say, how could that be? Look, it's up 0.51, 0.5%, right? Put in the GLD. Let's see what's it's up. 0.33. You doubled it. Whatever gold does, the UGL does 2 times. That's called leverage. And guess what? That shit goes against you 2 times too. Right? Goes against you 2 times. So you better nibble correctly, man. That's a way of getting leverage and playing gold. What's up with oil? Oil's going down, right? Are we watching this? No, oil's going up. What the hell are we talking about? Where's our pivot point? If we're doing the money flow, shit, I'm looking for this to end every day. Put my pivot point on there. Where's the previous high? Where's the highest high? Right there. Right there. Oh, look. RSI was extreme too, right? Where's my top? Right now, right there. Where's price? Below it. But it's above the green line, right? RSI still has room to go higher. Is it starting at stage 3? Probably. But, maybe. So maybe it goes sideways and then comes down. I don't know. We don't know. It might break out and keep going. Right now it's going up, so we just let it go. So if you were in that trade, there's no decision. You just let it go. You should have already taken a little bit off when you got the hit with the RSI. Now you're going to let the less ride. Let it go up, man. Might keep going and going and going and going. We don't know. We don't know. But we know it's above the 5-day. It's above the 10. It's above the 20. And the 5 is above the 10. Everything's bullish, man. You just let this shit climb. And this is a beautiful market, bro. I'll be honest. Hold on here. Let me check my account. I feel like I'm missing out on something. Ooh. Kind of a down day, huh? Mamma mia. So Caterpillar, are we on? Yeah, we're on that, right? You can't buy this yet, though, man. Can't buy this stock, man. You're really, I mean, you can do what you want to do, but come on, for me. Look, there's zero evidence this is going higher. It can't even get, every day is a new low. So I'd be seeing, is this the low? I need this to confirm. I want a box after this. I'm gonna wait. I don't see any sideways action. All I see is straight down. I would not be buying this at all. Today's the first day you've seen that turn in. You want this to slope the other way, right? You want to see the stochastics here come out. You need some stability from price. You need it to start to form a box. Oh, man, I just gave you the keys to the fucking kingdom, baby. Like, you could have just come to my house and stole my money. See these boxes? You guys say, well, I can't see it. Stop being stupid, man. It's 4 candles in a row. So keep following the 4. Do they form a box? They form a box. It ain't complicated, man. A box is going to have a corner, a pivot point where it stops. And then it forms a box. The ones on the RSI extreme, where price went extreme and then started to form a box, are the valuable ones. These are the ones we want. These ones in the middle are suspect. The only time these middle ones are good is when you got a runaway stock. That's as far back as they're going to give you, man. Look, you see it. Because why? It just kept going. Right? So you see why the ones that blast into this extension zone are so valid. Like, these are the ones that are really on sale. But you better make sure. So if you look how wide these moving this is just reading charts. You're just looking at it. The momentum to this is straight down. Like, there's been no stopping this. I would not be buying this at all. It's way too soon. Way too soon. You need some fucking Viagra. Like, you're way too soon on this, man. Let's see. Excuse me, I am selling 4 shares. Let's do 2. Of Zoom. You say, why am I selling Zoom? It is the opposite of this right here. It's an extreme low, right? I want to take extreme highs and buy extreme lows. But I want to try to position this. So we're playing chess, man. So, what is it we're doing? Like, where are you going to allocate new money to? Where are you going to put? So I just took this Zoom. I took these 4 shares. I got $1,700. Where do I want to put that, man? Do I want to put it in Uber? Is it going to play catch up? Is Uber going to $60? If it is, that $1,500 gain, if I put it over here and keep building this position and building this position, and I get that rotation right, shit. That's how you end up 38% on the year and the market's up 21. That 18 came from you consciously One, through stock research, and two, through, being patient. So on the sell-off here, look, down, 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 down. Where's our pivot point? Right there. You say, how could you know? Because every day you're putting in the damn pivot point. So I put it in. So where's the one today? It's right there right now, right? That's the low right now. Right? That was the low. There was the high. Right now, this is the low. And so I'm watching this as price moves forward, right? As price is moving. What I'm hoping it does, as clear as possible, is go sideways, then rips higher. And when it rips higher, when it gets up into here, if we look left, what am I seeing? A previous high, right? Or true value, the company's true value. What am I going to do? I'm going to downsize this. I'm going to take some of these off, right? Now you might say, well, I want to keep some of that. Okay, keep some. Like I always keep some Facebook. Fuck it, take it down, right? But when it's going down, if I've done my job right, I should have less shares or a reason to decide to hold as many as I'm holding. Like the reason would be is I'm building this. I think true value is $30 higher, so I'm cool with this. Bring it down. Or maybe I'm like, no. Like right now on, I just took some off on Zoom. Why? It's going higher, man. We can put it back on. Look, it's going to stall out up in here, man. It's hitting the 200 on a 70 RSI. I need to downsize this position. I've made a little money. Now, I'm keeping enough on. If it keeps going, if it does this runaway, then, we're good. If the rotation and growth is happening, if these really are rotating, shit, we might get all the way up to 450, man. Maybe those dividend stocks come down even lower and bonds keep running higher. Like, why do we assume it's going to slow down? Where's Peloton? Maybe we get a market again. Come on, baby. We can get that 120. Come on, man. Where's Bitcoin? You guys don't even care about it. I'm the only person left who owns Bitcoin. That negative, huh? Below the 20. We're still in this zone. We'll see if this holds. If this breaks, next leg down is like 20 G's, man. 20 G's. That's low, dude. Crying. Oh my God. That which makes you want more money is the same as that which makes a plant grow. Life, seeking fuller expression. The one living substance must be subject to this inherent law of life. It is permeated with the desire to live more. That is why it is under the necessity of creating things. One substance desires to live more in you, and hence it wants you to have all the things you can use. It is the desire of God or universe, whatever, make up your own, that you should get rich. The guy said to me, well, I don't believe in God. Good, make one up. Huh? If you don't believe in it, make one up. Make your own. You get to program yourself, bro. Write the story. You think they made up that one, make your own up. You get to make up the rules, then create your own book. You can be like, look, if I do this, I get 3 of these. Just make it up yourself. Why not? I mean, why not? Let's see. You, not God. Let's see. What else do we got going? Boy, this has been a nice little move, huh? We still got room on the RSI up here. This is not overbought. It's still above the 20. I'm bullish. Take it higher. There's our pivot point. So let's put our pivots in, man. Put our pivots in. Oh, we stripped this chart. Put our pivots in. There's pivot high, low, high, low. I like to manually do. Might count that one. You go through. Why? This is helping give you a structure, man. This is the bottom. So the stage 1 buy was what? Right around in there. There's your box. 4 candles. See it? You got sideways movement. RSI went extreme. Price went sideways. Yeah, one day, do the perfect buy. And then the stage 2 breakout, right? Where's our target? RSI. Now, this stock may ultimately go to $42. Let's say you got a true value of $42. Guess what? It's going to do a lot of these to get to $42, dude. You're going to do a lot of these. You're going to have months down and then rip higher. It's not going straight to $42. It's going to be like, oh, what did Joe Biden say? No. Like it's going to move in this pattern of 4 stages, man, as it moves through. So you get to decide if you're playing this big game of chess, how much do you want to own? How many shares you want to have? What if what you own runs up real high, man? Like, you think it's going to keep going? The higher it goes, the less chances of it going higher. Let's look at Atos. Here's the stage 2 breakout. It went from $2 to $5. That's like, 180%? We're screaming on the RSI. So we downsized this. I still hold shares. Now what? Just let it be. So what if we do our pivot points here? What does it look like we're going into? This is stage 3, man. Look. Right. Bottom, top. We find our box over here. Now find your box up here. Right. I'm going to say coming in right around in here, right? Now, we don't, it doesn't have to go down. All that's telling me is like, it's probably, like if I want to lock in some gains, I want to do that into strength, man. I want to do that into strength. I want to do that after big moves up and the RSI goes extreme. They call that distribution. Price begins to distribute, it begins to move sideways, right? Now, it could actually keep going, and then what? It becomes an accumulation, meaning people begin to accumulate it again. It begins to what? It's going to do another leg, so that stage 3 breaks out again and becomes a stage 1, and now we got a whole new leg higher. I have a whole video on this in the boot camp. Like, this is a runaway, man. Price just runs. And then it does the stage 3, immediately breaks out again, runs higher, does the stage 3. The moment it breaks down, literally reverses back, runs back up, and you'll see that. And these are the ones you got to give it room. If you're too quick to pull the trigger, you miss these. That'll go 3,000%, man. They go from $2 to $21, and people go, wow. Yeah, and along the way, a lot of people got out, man. They didn't have a strategy to stay with that. So when you're looking at a chart or looking at a stock, you got to be looking at your game. When did we get in? Where are we at? If it's breaking out again, add more. And sometimes people say, well, I can't. I bought down here last time. Nobody gives a fuck where you bought. This game ain't being played based on you. You're not the time marker. The guy was like, what do you mean by that? I said, listen, man. Somebody walked up in the stock market one day and they bought McDonald's at $200. Back here. And that was the very first fucking time they ever bought this stock. Now, to them, it ain't that high, it ain't that low. It looks like it's been going sideways. But if you bought this at $50, you might look at it and go, man, that looks expensive. It only looks expensive to you. And I've done this. I've been victim of this. I'm like, man, I can't buy any more Netflix, dude. It's $200. Watch it go to $600. Like that'll mess with your mind, man. People will worry about what they paid. Nobody cares. The stock market doesn't give two shits when you bought something, when you decided to get into crypto, or when you decided to do anything. It has no bearing. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Now, this is going to stop, and some dude's, for the very first time in his life, is going to buy McDonald's at $208, let's say $24. And so if you let the fact that you traded it down at $50 somehow come into play, then you don't get to play McDonald's for the next 100 years. Like, it's going to go on without you, man. Like, when your girlfriend leaves you, McDonald's is going to trade. It don't give a shit. And so this thing goes up and down, man. But over time, the market just goes higher and like go to a monthly. Look, this is McDonald's. This is a super important concept. You get what I'm saying? This is super important. So if you're over here, it doesn't give a shit, man. Like you're at work, you're like, oh, I don't like this job. It doesn't care. at all about you, not one iota. Let's see. Let's take some of this shit down. We're on a monthly. So if we're looking at this monthly chart, look, and you bought here, and then from 2003 to 2004, McDonald's went from $8 to $22, a 100 and something % return. And then look, it just does it again, again, and again. So if you're the guy over here, you're like, dude, I can't buy McDonald's at $80. I bought it at $8 last time. It'll mess up my share count and make, when I log in my screen, it won't look as pretty. The numbers will change. I don't like that. I like to look like I'm a winner every time I log in. It'll mess up my winning ratio. I had a guy tell me that. Like, are you stupid, man? $80. It is now $229. And they're It's a very important concept. You get what I just said. Don't let that mess you up as a new trader. When you bought last and this and that. That's nobody gives a shit, man. You might have to sell a stock and okay, here's another one. Let's say you're underwater here. This confuses people. I want you to think about it because I know you're not understanding this when I say this. You get a stage 2 breakout. Let's say you've been playing this stock, you didn't get out. And when it hits an extreme RSI, you're still underwater. I'll say, well, look, it's done going up. It's probably over, man. Like this is the top we're right near the top now. That's what that means. May not be the exact day, but it's rolling over here, around here. And then look, lo and behold, it rolled over. Boom, right? Why? This is the money flow. You're seeing it sideways, up, sideways, and now it goes down. It'll come down, probably come down right around in here. That's where it was before, right? What you're seeing play out, man. But what if you're like, hey, I'm still underwater. I'm still in the red. It doesn't care. Okay. And, well, I can't sell it. Why not? Well, I'd lose. You already lost. It's already in your account. It's reflected every moment of every day. Like it's in real time, bro. What we're trading is the account balance. These are the tools to make the account balance do something. These are the tools, right? And you wouldn't recruit a football player and then he's not doing it and you go, yeah, but I recruited him, so I'm going to keep him. Well, he's terrible running back. I know, but I brought him here, so we're just going to keep him in the game, man. No. You might need to take him down or downsize him a minute. So you got to think on this. This is what happened to me on Spurs. But here's the thing. The reason people are thinking like that is your mind is so limited. This person so stupid. We're just going to hide your comments, dummy. Here's what they're not realizing in that game. Now, you don't have to do this. You could say, hey, my position's not that big. I'm not going to bother. But what if, let's take Zoom. Let's look at Zoom for just a second. Yeah, Zoom's a better chart. Here is pretty rough, though. Look at Zoom for a second. All right, let's say you're still in the red here. Let's say you're still in the red. Let's say you're still underwater. It's still a stage 3. The RSI is still extreme. If on other stocks, that's your signal to lock in gains, you have to be aware that you just got a signal to lock in gains, even if you're in the red. And so what that's telling you is you're likely to be in the red some more as it pulls back, likely. Now, if your position's not that big, I'd probably hold it, right? If the wind is to the upside, I'd be more likely to hold it. But let's say everything is red, the market, everything, bonds, gold, or everything's going down, and you get a signal. I don't know, man. This is how you raise money for things like that. But right now, everything is to the positive, so I would play it out. Yeah. And I've been through that cycle a bunch of times where, I held one out, then we got to run in. For whatever reason, I didn't add it to it. I'm finally back to even, and then that bitch gets hit, pulls back again, and you're sitting there watching the system play perfectly, and you got your money tied up in there, and it's like, fuck, dude. Let's see. Yeah, this chapter 5, man, science SOG, it gets deep. All right, let's see where I'm at here. So check it out. This is my buy and hold portfolio in the newsletter, page 18. Page 18. So these are stocks that I hold and buy and hold. And so like portfolio 1 is the SEP IRA. This is for people who are self-employed. Pays me about, and these numbers change every day, obviously. The time I put this on here a couple months ago, $8,589. Portfolio 2 is a traditional IRA, and I collect $4,367 in dividends. And then the other one is also a spousal IRA, $3,830. Right? So for a total of 16,000. Now pre-COVID, I'd hit 20,000. It was right at 20 grand. It was right at 20 grand. And 3 companies eliminated dividends. Ford had a 5% dividend yield. I got a large position. They just cut it. Delta Airlines, I had a pretty decent position. They just cut it. The mortgage, not mortgage REITs. Mortgage REITs did cut theirs, I believe. A bunch of companies cut theirs back. Didn't cut them from the portfolio, but I cut them back. And then during that time, I added some. So my balance went higher. And this portfolio balance did well. The dividend income went down. Under that, the balance went up. The dividend income went down. So I guess it evens out. But if you were living on that dividend, that just lets you know in the future that will likely probably happen. So as you hold all these different stocks, they may run into problems. And all of a sudden, Walgreens or CVS Pharmacy, they got to cut their dividend, or Merck or whoever, man. And if you look on here, like that's a mortgage REIT, 3M, Dow, Exxon, Duke Electric, ConocoPhillips, Nucor Steel, Gilead, Kraft, Pepsi, Southern Electric, Verizon, like these companies, BX. At the same time that some of these cut their dividend, if we look at BX. Now think on this. This is portfolio management, man. Look at BX. So while I got a couple companies cutting portfolios, or cutting dividends, this is what this stock's doing. I mean, just from last November, it's gone from $50 to $95. We're up like 300%. That makes up for a lot of damn dividends, right? I mean, this is now the largest position I have. Let's look at Nucor Steel. That was one when I was buying when they were super cheap. Same thing, right? This massive run in this stock. And it pays dividends. This run is really high. I didn't sell any, but I haven't bought any. And I just let it seems really overpriced, but we'll see. The runaway. I got a bunch of these going on right now. And then you get the, True Blue. Remember we were talking a couple months ago about Pepsi, and you're like, we're like, look what it does at the 200. It tends to stop, man. Stop. If the wind's at its back here, it stops. And the Dow was going up when this was right here. And the guy says, well, I can't see the boxes. Man, come on, man. What do you mean you can't see a box? Look, that's a damn box, man. You can see it. It's not hard to see. And now the reason we use these moving averages is to help us see the box. That shit should be coming together when the box forms, right? RSI should be near extreme, unless it's a runaway. You'll know if it's a runaway. And so we get this formation formed, right? And what are we looking for? Crossover, histogram to turn, stochastics come out, and especially if this is undervalued. So if I go look in true values up here, it's higher than this, especially. What do we got? Shit, we got us a swing trade for sure. And then in your buy and hold, just buy some over here, man. Leave it. Buy 2-3 shares. We're going to do it for the rest of your life. Forever. Right? Where did that go? So as I play these, I'm scanning. So I have these in folders. And I'm scanning these looking for stage one. So if I put $500 in my account, I'm scanning these. And I'm looking for stage ones, right? I'm also looking for out of size positions. So if I go look, like BX became $10,000 higher than the nearest stock. So I trim some and spread it through some of these others that were in a stage one. That's just managing, but I'm also focusing on, look, can we grow this? Where can we invest this? I want to grow that, but I'd also like to grow this and get shit on sale. So if I'm watching, look, AG and C's in here, right? AG and C, that pays an 8% dividend yield. So if we put in AG and C, come on, man, AG and C. Look, oh, hell. It's too soon, though. So the guy yesterday is like, oh, I got to get some of this. No, man, you got to get some patience, baby. You got to trust the money flow. We know it's time to look. Look at these moving averages, dude. Come on, man. Look how far apart these are, man. These are just spreading. Look, it's straight down, dude. It ain't time yet. We're watching it, though. Watching it. It's going to set up, man. Probably coming down right into that support area. And we've seen this before, right? Now we wait. What if this ain't the bottom? What if it goes sideways for a little while and then breaks again? The news gets worse and growth stocks go higher, man. Don't get yourself out of whack. Right? So what does that mean? I mean, shit, we're prepared. I'm not all in here. I'm nibbling. Let's take it down another one. We'll nibble on that one. Get it? Nibble on that one too. Maybe, shit, let's go one more. We'll nibble on that one. So if you're going to own that for the rest of your life, why would you not want that? Oh, man, it changes the game. Now you know how to buy the bottom. That's a beautiful thing. Now you just got to go get the money, man. That's the other hard part. It's a whole life encompassing thing. I'm going to get to work, man. Shit, I got things to do. Can hang out on here with you guys all. Hey, be good. Go check out the newsletter. That was page 18. If you look at, thanks for Instagram for not banning me forever, being a hateful person. I was really mean. Keep yourself a log of some sort, even if you write that shit by hand. So look yesterday. Why? Because I can go back and look at the charts. You go, this is a wealth of information. You could go see why I'm doing what. And you go, look, he took profits on shop. Why? Where's the RSI? Oh, shit. He reads the book. And then look, why am I selling? Took this down. It's a stage 4 decline. And it was only worth $5. It hit $5. So I'm downsizing it. I'm going to keep some, though. Why are we selling some engine? It went too high. Why am I adding to Roku? Because it looked like it's breaking out. UTSL too. See what I'm saying? So we're just trying to rotate this money. Rolling profits forward. Rolling profits forward. Falling forward fast, baby. That's it. Falling forward fast. Ain't that right, YouTube? Everybody's okay.